Beth, we're in the process of doing the veneers for your front 6 teeth. Tell me what you would like to see done in terms of shape, size, and color.
Well, my sister has veneers, and I'd like color-wise for them to be a little whiter than my sister's. Mm-hmm. Shape-wise, I'd like them to be comparable to hers. I don't want them to be all straight across. I'd like them to look very natural, kind of squared in the front, right, and then up a little bit, not too much. Mm-hmm. Second one's over.
So when we were looking at the shape of the tooth, and not directly square, we're looking at it like a square oval
kind of a thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Because we're making it, we're closing that space.
Mm-hmm.
If we just did your 2 front teeth, it would make you have 2 big teeth, right?
Correct.
And so what we're doing is we're distributing that space over the front 6 teeth.
Yeah.
And typically when we do that, it's the canine that we try and give more of the space to, because you can't see the back of the canine. So what we're looking at is trying to make the front ones be natural looking. Mm-hmm. On the side, the canine might be just a little bit bigger, but you don't have the other one to compare it with. And so that usually works out well.
Yep.
Let me think if there's anything else. In terms of how long your teeth are, you're pretty happy with how long they are,
yeah.
Correct?
I do like that it covers the chip in my bottom teeth.
Right.
So when I go like that, you don't see it.
Right, absolutely. And we're not going to be making your teeth shorter than what they are right now.
Correct.
Okay. And just wanted to get a little bit of a close-up. Good job. Thank you so much.
I did have a gap in between my teeth that bothered me a little bit, but not as much as, I say, Dr. Kohler. And we flew out to Arizona. I was very, very nervous because I knew that during this trip, once I did this, I can never get my old teeth back. And went to the seminar and had Dr. Kohler taking care of me. He definitely gave me the sense of feeling comfortable, feeling okay with everything. Beatrice, his dental assistant, also made me feel very comfortable, took good care of me. It was very anxious. I was very anxious during the whole process. There was multiple people looking at me. At one point in time, there were 3 different people's hands in my mouth, and opening my eyes and seeing all these other people staring at me. It was a long process for the patient.
How long?
I believe it was about 5 hours. I am very thankful that I had Dr. Kohler. I know his work prior to me coming over to going to Scottsdale, and he is very detail oriented. He's not going to be fine until it's perfect in his eyes. So in that aspect, I knew I was in good hands, but still, I'm losing my teeth. So it's still a very nerve-wracking process. And, when it was all said and done, and after we got the impressions, we put in the temporary ones, and then it was time for me to look at my teeth, I was so scared to look at my teeth. I wasn't scared to look at them when I looked like I had fangs, but once I knew that I was going to be seeing what I would be looking like, it was traumatizing. And he handed me the mirror, and I think my reaction was, okay, wow. And the one thing that I do have to say is that I'm lucky because I work for a plastic surgeon, and I do realize that when all of a sudden somebody sees themselves for the first time, it is a difference. It takes a while to kind of get used to that. I feel bad because I didn't react, I think, the way I should have, mostly with Dr. Kohler being so generous to do all these things for me. and they had to clean up, so I went out in the waiting room, and I actually started crying, and I thought to myself, what did I do? Why did I do this? And then after I got over that emotional, because my nerves were fried, it was a long process. It's very, very hard on the patient, and then at the end you see a new person, and it's like, okay, here's what you're gonna look like forever. So, but as that day went on, I was very lucky to have Dr. Kohler and his dental assistant with me, because they kept on reassuring me on how good I looked and how, any of the concerns that I had, they addressed them for me. We went out to dinner, and I was so scared to take a bite of a cracker because I have new teeth, and they reassured me, you can do it. It was the most motivational thing I've had to do for a cracker. And then that evening went out, and I got so many compliments on my teeth. Just person after person just said what a beautiful smile I had without them even knowing what I had gone through earlier that day. And since I've been home for about 48 hours, and I have gotten compliment after compliment on people just saying what a beautiful smile I have. So it was a great process, and I look forward to beginning my permanence in November.
That's great. Well, you were a fabulous patient. It really made it nice for me too, so thank you.
Thank you.
Beth, you have the temporaries on for the front 6 teeth. Tell me what your concerns are, how you'd like to have the real teeth be.
Okay. I am happy with them. My fangs, I don't know if that's what they're called, but my fangs on either side were a little too long and pointy for what I think I like. So today we kind of softened those a little bit. I'm going to be looking at color. I think I'm happy with the color. And then we're going to kind of just make the fangs again a little bit of a darker color, just to kind of naturally blend into the back teeth. Other than that, good. Just make them so they're individual and not one whole piece. I'd greatly appreciate it.
Great. I'm sure they can do that. Thank you so much.
No problem.